Hello there, and welcome to the Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and today we're reviewing,
Fear the Walking Dead.
episode 9, Minotaur. Um, so you had the kind of batty music opener. That was pretty batty.
Mm.
I didn't really rate that at all. Like The Walking Dead does it good. I remember they did a Johnny Cash one once, and someone was in the shower. That was a good one, but it was super cringy. I was holding my head. I was holding my head watching it.
That's how I feel watching this entire
I
show,
was
man.
just like, oh. Uh, yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, because obviously it's been on a break. It's been on the mid-season thing, and generally what I noticed about the show is there's a lot of talking, and it's like round and round talking.
Yeah, it's a lot of talking by some almost universally unlikable people, and it's difficult to understand like whose side you're meant to be on. I don't even get it. But part of me thinks like Madison, the lead character, she's the most unreasonable out of all of them. So,
Um,
I don't get it. I really don't.
yeah, and there's not really much zombie bashing. It's like
No.
all about them, and it's like whatever. See, with The Walking Dead, generally it'll switch up. You know what I mean? There might be an episode where they need to talk at exhaustion, and other times it'll be like a big zombie set piece. But in this, there's barely any zombieing. So yeah, I guess with Jeremiah dead, even though they refer to him as Otto, yeah, that's his second name. But even the son, even the son's referred to him as Otto. I was like, what? I was like, Why wouldn't you? A, call him Jeremiah, or B, call him Dad, or whatever. But they called him Otto. I was like, what's going on here? That don't make sense. So yeah, that was weird. And generally, it was just a lot of umming and ahhing about the same things. And instead of umming and ahhing once, and then later on in the episode coming back to him and then being like, oh, okay, then I'll agree to do that, they and ah some more. So I guess, yeah, with Jeremiah dead, um, like Walker, I guess, just walks in with his like 20 RVs, and now I guess they kind of live there as well.
Right, I do, but this whole and it's kind of like a civil war between them and who's going to get what. I guess that's how it's going to play out. But what I can't reconcile myself with is the Troy is the one the show makes out to be like crazy, which I suppose he is.
He's the
But the
best
one
character.
he's the most reasonable one as well.
Hmm.
He's the only one that makes sense out of all of them. We're there with Madison and her son, who are meant to be, I guess, the protagonists of the show, but they're the ones that strolled into Jeremiah's land, even though he let them in, right, nicely. They stroll in, they take it, they murder him, and they let the psycho native guy in, and apparently we're meant to be siding with them. I don't understand.
Uh, my issue is this Jake guy. I think he needs to get killed real quick because his
Which one's that? Is that the good brother?
uh the puss,
Hmm.
his puss. So yeah, he kind of lets them in, and then not only does he let them in, but he wheels them straight down to the armory where they show they've got a ton of blammers, and then he's just like, "Yo, there's two keys, you have one." It's like, oh, so you're giving him everything, yeah? It's like he didn't even have to know about any of that stockpile or anything like that. But he was I think they call it boot licking or kneecap sucking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like allow him, man. Troy's the best character, and I'm starting to rate Nick a little bit. Yeah. The daughter, she's a bit soft, but she's nice to look at. Obviously, for some reason, Jake's still like pouting about that anthrax thing. It's like, oh, you look a little unwell, blah blah blah. Don't care. Um, so yeah, you have the kind that they're kind of not getting on so well, and then I do believe the tubby kid eventually comes in and pops off a shot, and then like one of their boys catches a hot lick, and then but
Could Troy? I was trying to work it out. Could Troy tell what was going to happen? Is that why he spilled the coffee and started talking to him to distract him to give the guy a chance to shoot him?
I don't know.
I think that what was going on.
I think no, he didn't spill the coffee. He ditched the coffee because I think that they were kind of hinting that they put something in it, and it was just like, you want to know what? Forget about it. So you know what I mean. Even though they probably didn't because they get banged out. But yeah, so yeah, Tubby shoots and misses. It's like they want to take that main guy out quick time because he needs a good slapping. That Ophelia girl, allow her. And then basically it'll kind of culminate if we're cutting the short as we do here. Basically, it ends up in like a shootout in the house, and then Nick kind of unintentionally teams up with Troy, which kind of gets him caught up in the middle of it. There's a bit of a shootout. Troy's hand gets juked. And then eventually they drag everything out, even the cool stuff that they make batty. Nick kind of confesses he killed his dad, and then is really not bothered about it. And then Troy ends up getting exiled. Nick gets dumped in a box. And then the cool scene was in the back of the car with the guy when he gets set free and he jukes his own hand and somehow manages to kill the other guy. And then you got Madison, but I wanted them to make out. I don't know why, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, go on, do it. There was a bit of heavy petting going on in when he kind of grips her up from behind.
I still can't reconcile this thing with Madison. It's like Troy's the one you should be following. He's doing right. Yeah, he stabbed that bloke. You should get a gun and kill Walker. Job done. Why is she going through all this mess? I don't get what her endgame is. She keeps banging on about wanting to help her kids, but all she does is land in crap.
Well, I think her thought process is similar to mine in the sense that in about 6 episodes is going to come back and is going to somehow have amassed an army. You know what I mean? She's probably thinking that is like they're kind of cool, so there's going to be no beef. You got to figure he's going to come back like super powerful somewhat and like retake the thing and probably slap his brother up. Maybe I don't know. The fact they've kind of hinted at this kind of he's taking a little time to recover. Maybe is gonna drop soon. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why bring it up otherwise? So I think that's on the cards. So yeah. And then at the dam, I guess Daniel's kind of with that chick and they're kind of trying to distribute the water like good guys, and then eventually because zombies are coming, they have to leave or whatever, and everyone turns on them and then the girl catches a hot lick to the forehead. That was sick. That was real funny.
There's one thing that I'll never quite understand with these shows, and it's not a criticism of this show in particular, it's a lot of them that are like it, is you have this leader, right, the leader of a group who has this one person whose opinion they value more than anyone else, and yet they never listen. Yeah, Daniel told her not to go there. Yep. He said it would be dangerous. What does she go and do? What are you doing? Why bother?
It's this whole charity thing, I don't know, but like she did the kind of girly thing. Like when she get, like, I've noticed this because I've seen like a lot of these things where women get like hit to the face with like a ball or a stone or something like that, and it's like it's the end of the world. They're holding their head and they're like there for about 20 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like anyone else would just be like, ah. And then it'd be like, yo, what's going on? But like they always hold their head, and it's like they stay like that for about 10 minutes, and it's like, are they crying? Are they? And it's just you have to go and get them. you have to go and get them. But
in fiction, I'll give you that. I can't say I've ever seen it in real life. You know, I'm not going to throw a rock at a girl to find out. But
it's like they always put their head down and cover their head, and it's like, are they crying or not? But yeah, it made me laugh. I wonder what they actually do with that, because I guess they kind of dub over the sound and it's like I wonder what they actually dash at them because it kind of looked real, but obviously not. But yeah, that was a good bit of the episode. That pretty much covers all of it. That's how it ends. They kind of hop in the truck and drive off. Let's talk numbers.
I'll give it, I don't know, a 6.5, I guess. Maybe a 7. I don't know. My frustrations with this thing continue with the characters. It
Yeah,
drives me crazy. The most unreasonable person in the show to me is still the most reasonable one. Everyone else, I don't get what you're doing or why you're doing it.
they kind of have to overhaul it because, like, I guess with the actual Walking Dead TV show, like, everyone bums off someone, and there's about 4 people in there that you can bum off. You know what I mean? But in here, there's no one you can bum off. So I
Yeah, and we
mean,
talked about it. We talked about it before. We don't need to get too deep, but the thing with The Walking Dead is whether you like Rick or not, you can at least see why he's doing what he's doing. Whereas with Madison, I don't get what she's playing at. That's half the problem.
if they want to make it as good as the actual Walking Dead, they have to reboot the whole thing, or maybe like at this point, I guess they can't, but they can just slip in new characters like every
Yeah,
so
and
often, and like
and you can keep her. The problem isn't the actress; it's the writing. It's like where you going at with her. It's
hmm,
writing more consistently and makes sense of what she's doing.
yeah. Um, I'll give it a 7 purely because of the knife play and the rock throwing. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
really love that rock, bro, didn't you?
yeah. I just what it was. I'm Sam. I,
I'm
I don't need to say anything more about it. I made my point of view clear, and we'll see you in the next episode.